for sure.
Guys, I'm so sorry. When you're with buddies backstage, you tend to start talking and you forget what time it is. Welcome to another Friday night. I was going to say shenanigans. We need a catchphrase, Ed, for this channel now. Something we can
um,
use.
how about when somebody gets destroyed, we call them they got peplined.
Oh, that would be fun. So, are you
I
guys
don't
ready
know.
or what? We're 1 week away, boys, from the start of the NFL.
Is that me?
1 week
Yeah, that's pretty
away.
crazy, huh?
We were
I'm
just
trying to
talking
bring
about
up the football numbers for us all.
in two of my leagues, I ended up with Cook. In one of my leagues, I ended up with Bryce Hall.
Yep.
So
I
me and
think that
Peplin were
that's going to
discussing
be.
who do we think's going to be the workhorse, and Peplin thinks it's going to be Cook
I
until
think
Bryce is back to 100%.
I think it's going to be Cook for like the first 4 or 5 weeks, and then it's going to go to Bryce for the rest of the season. Bryce
Well,
is your guy at the end of the season for
I
sure.
will put him in my starting lineup before the end of the year. I'm sure. I didn't start him this
Oh
week because I
yeah.
was too unsure. First week I didn't start him, but the problem I got with the guy is I know how he is, man. He can taking a ball on the 20-yard line of an opposing team and running it all the way 80 yards in one play. I can see him doing it. That's the only thing
Yeah.
that's got me sitting here, because the person I'm wanting to replace him with is the starting back out of Houston,
Here.
who also had a great year going until he got hurt, and I'm like, who do I start there?
What else you got?
Well, the one league we all know that I'm dominating Roman. The one league alone I've got. Uh, let's see, I got McAfee, I got Henry, and I got Pollard, all on the same team.
Damn, how'd that happen?
Well, that one I had the third pick, and the other two guys went with Justin Jefferson and Chase, and passed on McAfee. So I got McAfee the very first round. Second round, Derrick Henry sitting there. Third round, Pollard was still sitting there. So I had to take all three. I couldn't not do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that team, I know I'm good on running back.
Okay. Do you know what league that was in?
Oh shoot! It's the very first draft we did.
Okay.
So
Friday night one.
Yep, here it is. He's not lying. He's got McCaffrey, Henry, and Pollard. That's insane. I don't even
and
know
then,
how that happens.
and then in the 10th round, I picked up the starting tight end for the Eagles, who's been amazing. His second half
Goddard.
last year. What's that?
Goddard.
Yes, I call him Go Dirt. And then the other two you see there for my backup receivers, both I think are going to have huge years, and I jumped on Addison, who's a Viking, and then Zay Flowers, who I think will be the number one in Baltimore within the first 6 weeks.
Maybe.
Yep. It's going to be interesting because a lot of times it takes a
I'm there.
full year for a kick or for a wide receiver to do something. But Zay has already been awesome
Yeah.
this spring. Or yeah, spring, I guess. Summer, whatever.
Yeah, I think he's going to be good. Addison, I think he was an interesting proposition because I think he's going to have a huge year just for the fact he's taken Thielen's spot. And I think Justin, after last year, is going to get a lot of attention. I can see times him having three freaking people on him. So I think Addison's going to, just out of sheer luck, is going to end up having a huge year just because I think people are going to double and triple team Jefferson is what I think is going to happen. But
Osborne's good too.
I talk all this crap, but I didn't start either of those guys in any of my leagues yet.
Well, but
Which
I think that's a smart move because,
you know what though, dude,
Debo
man? I'm
and
looking at
Calvin
it.
Ridley
I
are going to
know,
be
but
your right off the bat guys.
Debo's never put more than 20 points up. That's my only
I
fear of
don't
Debo.
know. I don't know.
That's my
A.J. Brown
and Ridley. My concern with him is he's already got Kristen Kirk on that team. So is Kirk gonna? How are they gonna split those two heads up? Both of which are
And DJ Shark. Is it DJ
Ridley
Shark
will
is
get
on
more
that team, or
targets.
is that Jay?
Kurt's a
No,
deep ball.
They've got somebody good on that team also, and I'm trying to think who it is that they
Evan
say is
Ingram.
going to be a surprise.
Oh, Bigsby, the running back. Tank Bigsby. He's a stud.
Let's see if I can go to Atlanta's quarterbacks or defensive or God, wide receiver core.
well, Ridley's not Atlanta anymore.
Yeah.
Well, I meant
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville. Well, this is what we'll do is we'll go to players.
Hello,
And
Patty. Hello, Tom.
What's up, Tampa Tom?
hey,
Patty.
Tampa Tom. Zay Jones, is he the guy? Yeah, Zay Jones got put on the team, and Christian Kirk. So
Kirk is the one I was saying that I think's gonna. I don't know how much action Ridley's gonna get with him there. I have
He
Kirk. I got Kirk and Ridley on one team, which I'm probably
Like-
gonna get rid of one or the other when it comes time for their bye.
look at Zay Jones had 82 catches for 882 or 823 yards. I mean, it's not shabby.
He's a free agent too.
Yep. Crazy. Well, let's go to Peplin's team and see what he did.
Yeah, remind me. I didn't really look at it yet.
I don't like this new format they've done. I can't see all the
And oh,
where
by the
everything
way,
is.
while we're on the subject, guys, I got a draft grade of what was it, guys? A D or something for that lineup I've got.
Yep.
So I don't think these guys know what's up.
Oh, look at
I
that.
think they give you the name by how funny your name is.
Look at that.
You're going to get your ass whooped, Kenny.
You think?
Yeah. I play you week one.
I know who I'm playing. How are you going to threaten to kick my ass when you got Keenan Allen as one of your starters? How could you possibly think you're going to kick my ass?
Don't even.
Let's see what Keenan Allen is projected to do in week one. Keenan Allen's projected to get 14 points in week one.
I'll believe it when I see it. I rode that guy for 2 years, and the best I ever saw was 22 points out of him.
Well, maybe now that you've given up on him, he'll do good. Seems like that's how it works with me. Oh, Pickett's. Never mind. I was about to say, you got a guy on the bench. It's projected to get 18 or 19 points. But
It's a quarterback,
he's a backup.
right?
Yeah.
But the interesting is he does Keenan Allen there. Keep going down, Ed.
He has Austin Eckler.
I'll probably play Jamal Williams in that flex. First 4 weeks, believe it or not.
This was the draft that I got all messed up for me. Because I got shafted on the first draft pick. It was the best draft I had out of all 4 teams. And I had to help Whip try to get into the thing. I didn't have to help Whip, but I wanted to. But when I got back, the player that I thought I would pick up was gone. And I only had like 4 or 5 seconds to make a pick. It was unbelievable. So I just ended up taking the top best player available, which was
I think
one wide
Justin
receiver.
Herbert's going to have a good year. He's on.
Oh yeah, I have a share of Herbert.
He just got a big old fat contract, so he wants to prove that he was worth the money.
I think Herbert's good, man. He's just a giant monster guy. I like Herbert a lot. I think Herbert's in the top 3 quarterbacks for my likings. I tried to get him more than once. I think I got him once, but maybe I got him twice. I know I got him Jalen Hurts, Herbert, and you know what? I got 2 Jalen Hurts. Or not Jalen Hurts, 2 Justin Herberts.
Oh, shit, we lost Brian.
Oh, no. You know what? I can't hear him very good.
Yeah, we just lost him.
Can you hear him good? Because...
Yeah, I could hear him.
Nuts. I don't know why. For some reason, I can't hear him. Well, let's go to my team. I got Joe Burrows. Cooper Kupp was the guy that they suggested. I got A.J. Brown.
Jones is a good one.
Yeah.
Madison,
now,
I'm a Vikings fan, and I don't know about Madison yet. I really don't.
I have picked up Madison as a backup the last 2 years on my teams. And when he gets the opportunity, he's always good. I'm surprised that you're not a big bandwagon guy on him.
I'm really not.
Because
I mean, he Pierce, really... I got him. That's the guy I got in the other leagues.
Let's see. When he had his opportunities, last year he had 74 runs for 200, almost 300 yards, but 5 touchdowns. I wish it said how many games this was. And then his rookie year, look at that. He had 500, almost 500 yards in a couple of games, in just a few games when he was behind Cook. So I don't know. I think a lot of people don't realize how good he is.
I hope he does well. I've got him on 2 of my leagues.
Yeah, ESPN was projecting, or not ESPN, the NFL Network was projecting Minnesota to go to the Super Bowl.
Really?
Yeah, and lose to the Chiefs. But still,
I would love that opportunity.
I'm sure.
And
I'd like that'd be awesome.
That would bury about 50, 60-year monkey off our back if we were to beat you guys of all people.
Well, yeah, but I don't know.
What's up, Craig? There he is.
Yeah, this is by far my weakest team.
There is Peplin.
I wish we could have got Craig into this stuff.
Computer restarted my ass. I'm on my phone now.
Yeah, you were there, then you was gone.
Computer restarted. It's been acting up. All right, so what did you guys say about me?
I think that you've got a better team than me. I think this is my weakest team.
So what do you think about Hockenson being the highest paid tight end?
I think he deserves it.
Oh. Kelsey's probably not very happy about that.
I don't think Kelsey minds. Kelsey makes a lot more money off of ads than he does off of his contract. His contract's $15 million, but he does a lot more than that.
Most people never get offended when one of their people that play their position get a big contract, because guess what happens when his contract comes up again?
Well, I don't think he's ever been the highest paid one.
I don't think
so either.
I think
who was it before then? Kittle was the next. Was Kittle the highest?
Kittle.
You don't know.
And I know Andrew's got a big fat contract.
But Kelsey's, I think they said that he'll make about $200 to $250 million off of commercials this year. I mean, him and Patrick Mahomes, they ought to take less contracts to bring more players in to make them look better. I mean, really, they were saying that Patrick Mahomes will make $500 million off of commercials this year. It's insane.
I don't know, though. Justin Herbert's starting to home in on his action.
Yeah. But that's fine and dandy, man. It's awesome.
There's Miss Foxy.
Where is she? I don't see her.
She's in chat.
Oh, she said hi. Oh, she didn't say hi to me. Hi, Foxy Roxy.
Said hi on camera.
Oh, you got her to say hi on camera for you.
Oh, wow. That was awesome. Hey, last night in my stream, when Rico, or I don't know if it was Rico or Skipper, was saying hi to everybody, but they said hi to Beta Guppy Guy instead of Beta Guppy Girl or Gal for Patty.
I don't ever call her
and
that.
I was
call
going
her
to correct
Patty.
them. I was going to say, hey, but then I forgot all about it. So I guess it didn't make me that upset.
What's going on, Shane? Good to see you, buddy.
Did you guys already do it?
Yeah, this team's terrible because I didn't get what I wanted in the first round at all. All the rest of my teams, I drafted I think I drafted 8th, 9th, and 10th. And I think I drafted better teams on all those. It's crazy. Let's see if I can go to fantasy football. My vampire crabs, okay? I drafted 10th overall, I think, in this league. And I got Jalen Hurts, Christian Olave, Keenan Allen, and then I got that Bajan Robertson guy.
Yeah, man.
Shankwan Barkley, David Ajuko, Cam Akers, and then I got Deshaun Watkins, Drake London, Christian Watson, Deshaun Watson. I got a lot of Deshaun's and Arons.
Be careful with that Cam Akers. He might get benched. They don't like him there. He got thrown out of practice last week.
Oh, I didn't know that. Last year when he came back, though, he was the most heavily played quarterback or running back in the last 5 games of the year.
They wanted to trade him.
If it were me, I probably wouldn't keep Watson on that Watson receiver on the bench very long.
Deshaun Watson?
No.
Deshaun Watson, the quarterback.
No, Christian Watson.
Oh, Christian Watson.
He will be the number 1 for Green Bay this year.
He should be. There ain't much else. So.
I picked up all guys that had high-end ceilings for this draft because I'd done all these other drafts that all these guys are projected to do well, except for Keenan Allen. I think Keenan Allen's my old man on the team, and Jalen Hurts is hopefully just does what he did last year. But and Barkley, hopefully he just does what he does. But a lot of these players are all guys that are projected to do a lot. Or but a lot of times those the guys that have high end don't perform at all. They stay scummy or crappy. And then I got Zerline. I got Kansas City's defense in every stinking league.
What did I do this one? I don't even remember.
Which one
is this?
This is the last draft we did.
I don't remember what I did.
Your team is named Kenny's Superb Team. You got Kirk Kirk Cousins is your number one quarterback. Garrett Wilson.
Garrett? Oh.
Or Garrett Wilson, rather.
That's nice.
Calvin Ridley. You got a lot of shares of Calvin Ridley this year. Nick Chubbs. Oh, wow. Damon Price.
Pierce.
The running back for Pierce for Houston. Travis Kelce, which was an awesome pick.
Nice.
Tyler Lockett. Bryce Hall is on the bench.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to stay there.
Kincaid. Now, Kincaid was like, there's 100 players above Kincaid and like 4 other tight ends, not 100, probably 50 players above Kincaid and 3 tight ends. And I figured there's no way anybody's going to pick up Kincaid, and I would get him in that round. And Kenny goes off and picks a tight end.
He knew?
After he had Travis Kelce. So that's why I ended up with a JUCO or whatever his name is.
The Joku is okay too, man. Now he's got Watson, so I don't know. He might have a big year.
Yeah, he'll probably be better than he was. Or he'll probably be better than Kincaid just because Kincaid has to learn the pro system. But I think in the future, Kincaid will be better for sure. If this was a keeper league, I'd much rather have Kincaid.
And they still have Knox. So they still have Knox too, so I'm sure he's not going to get all the play.
Well, they basically on the NFL Network today, I was watching a bunch of that between lefties and this show, and they were saying that they basically are just going to have him run routes this year and learn how to do the routes, and then next year work on his blocking. So that's a positive. Basically,
so he's a receiver this year.
Yeah, like Atlanta did with Pitts. The first year, all he did was run routes, and he had 1,000 yards as a rookie tight end. So Kincaid could just light it up.
Good.
He's just a receiver. So that's cool. And then Christian Kirk and Brock Purdy. And then he also picked up my cool kicker. That was one of my favorite kickers because of his last name is cool.
You trying to rub it in, Ed?
No, I wanted that kicker.
I got that kicker because I got talking to you guys and I had 3 seconds left and didn't get in time, and they auto picked that son of a bitch to me in the 7th round.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yes,
I thought I thought that you picked him up like in the 3rd to last round when I was looking for kickers.
I wasn't paying attention.
Well, now I don't feel bad at all.
7th or 8th round, it auto picked that guy for me.
Wow, that's painful. But he's really cool. Let's look at kickers. Let's go to kickers. And I remember Kenny asking for kickers to have their points taken down from last year. So I pulled their points down.
Well, because it's ridiculous to me that a kicker can score 21 points in a game. It's ridiculous.
Well, 21 points would be 7 field goals.
Most the kicker can do in the NFL
in a normal.
1 point for an extra point, 3 points for a field goal. That's the real NFL.
Yeah, and
most fantasies are like 40-yarder is a 4-point, 50 yards a 5-point. That's how most of them run.
Well, yeah, but we dumbed it down for Kenny. So it's 3 for everything below 39. And then I think it's 5 points for a 40 to 49 and 6 points for anything above 50. It used to be 12 points for anything over 50.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't think so, because in the NFL, who's the highest scoring position? What position scores the most points in the NFL
The kickers.
year in, year out for
And
decades?
guess what? They do it with getting 3s and 1s, and you're giving them 6s and 8s.
But we're giving yards and receptions to other players.
Because they caught the ball.
If we were in a league where it was just a point scoring league and it was just touchdowns and safeties and 2-pointers, then don't give kickers any bonuses at all. But if you're going to have a position, you might as well make it relative to be able to play or just not have it at all.
They can score 3 points.
And like, I remember it was in, I think it was like 1990, 1998. We removed fullbacks off the fantasy list. It used to be fullbacks, and then it was fullbacks, tight ends, and then it just went to tight ends because
you don't see a lot of fullbacks play nowadays.
I grew up in keeper leagues, Ed, and they were brutal. I was in leagues where if a running back fumbled it, guess what? It was -3. If a quarterback threw a pick, it was -3. And we don't do that. So I mean,
nope,
I
no negatives.
We're a pretty lax league in my opinion.
Yeah, well, we also don't do negatives for missed field goals,
which it should be. I think there should be negatives for anything, just like the NFL, man. You throw a pick, it costs your team, man.
But you get the positives from all the defense if they do all that stuff. So you're still getting the points. It's just on the defensive side.
I get it.
Let's check this out. Scoring points. Let's just go to fantasy points. From last year, your guy that you drafted, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, is the 5th highest scoring fantasy kicker under this system. And look, this guy's not even playing this year. He's a free agent, I guess, or something. I don't know what happened to him. Your guy kicked 9 40 to 49 yarders and 7 50-plussers.
So, Ed, just remember this conversation, because I don't want to hear you whining when my kicker causes you to lose your game against me because he kicks a 58-yarder and we win by 2 because of the 6-point system.
Yeah, that would never happen. I've been playing this system for 20 years and I've never complained about that. But, and your kicker is one of my favorite kickers in the league, so it'd be awesome. Let's see. Look at all these kickers that scored a lot and they weren't even drafted. It's really strange. I mean, this guy should be, I wish you could take non-active guys off the list, because like Brady keeps throwing everything off too. But you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the top 10 kickers not even drafted. And then I got Zerline. Did you know that Zerline's now your kicker, Mr. Peplin?
Mm-hmm.
I remember when he was a rookie. I saw him out there
a long time ago.
I got tickets to the Rams game right on the 50. My work gave them out to us, and it was awesome because he could just rip up from everywhere.
Yeah.
Let's see how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did only 6 people draft kickers?
I don't even remember which one I drafted.
Here's one. Well, I guess in the bottom 30. Okay, this would be 26, 27, 28 got picked, not 29th, 30th, 31st. It's kind of strange that people are liking the bottom of the guys. Oh, but this Kicker the Dicker guy is awesome. Or Dicker the Kicker.
Yeah.
He just won the job in I want to say San Diego, but for the Chargers.
Could be.
So that's pretty awesome. And this Jalen Moody guy, I picked him up. He was a rookie out of Michigan, I think. Oh, and I think Mike likes Michigan. But
Yeah, but look,
he
it
also
says
loves Pittsburgh.
questionable. It's never good when a kicker's questionable before the season even starts.
Yeah, he hurt something on him, and they said he should be back for the first game. So I just cut him. I cut him and picked up Kicker the Dicker, or Dicker the Kicker.
That's
Oh, gosh,
interesting,
baby
Ed,
cat.
because number 4 is sitting there untaken.
Well, this was in my other
Myers.
league, my work
Myers
league.
is sitting there as a free agent.
Yeah, let's see. Previous. But I'm happy with this league because I think Greg Sirline's going to do really good for the Jets. The Jets are going to be one of the best offenses in the league this year, and he can kick from everywhere. And I think the Jets have an amazing defense. I don't know why the Jets aren't being propped more as real Super Bowl contenders, honestly.
Depends on who you're
And I'm not
talking
just
to.
saying that because
You don't really want that, though. Too much hype already. Rather just be quiet.
I think they're better than the Buffalo.
See,
I mean,
next week.
compare them. Is your offensive line terrible? What's going on?
They spent money. I don't know. They got some rookie, big white boy in the center with a curly mustache. So hopefully he's good.
I don't think that's going to matter with Rodgers. Rodgers been running for his life for the last 5 years, man. I don't think that's not going to bother Rodgers.
Well, I'm just trying to see if they have any
Rodgers-
weaknesses.
Rodgers is very quick with getting rid of that ball. I don't think it's going to be an issue with the line.
I mean, I only brought up the line because I'm like, that's one position. It's hard for a layman, a guy like me that doesn't follow the team to know.
It's a better line than he had in Green Bay. I'll tell you that much.
And we don't even want to talk about their defensive line. I mean, they're deep in their D line right now.
We'll see. They got a crazy hard schedule, so.
Well, I like that Williams kid, man. Your defensive nose tackle is a beast.
Okay, this is. Oh, I want everybody, all offense. Look at this. I mean, Willis, Bryce Hall, Cook, and Aaron Rodgers are all studs that should be able to get you to the playoffs at least, or win your division. And then Alan Lizard, or I don't know how you say his name, but he was awesome for Green Bay last year, and you got him. McCole Harmon is probably going to cost you more than hurt you.
I know you don't like
hurt you more than he.
Now that's a guy I ran with last year that I'm surprised is a free agent. Nobody picked him up. Is Tyler Conklin.
He might be in now that Davis retired, so Hardman might be number 3.
I think that
Davis retired.
Corey Davis retired.
Nobody drafted Tyler Conklin, which is a shock to me.
Yeah, I didn't know that Davis retired. Is he just injured a lot or something? Because he's a young guy.
He's been around a long time. He was in Tennessee for however long. Then he went to the Jets.
Well, I think he was with us for 4 or 5 years here in Tennessee, and then like the last 3 with you. So I guess he could be like 28.
Did Tennessee draft him, you remember?
Yeah, we did. We drafted him, and you know what, though? I don't know if they got him in the first round. Maybe he was only there for 4 years. But as soon as they just didn't renew his contract after his rookie contract, which everybody thought was crazy, and you guys signed him, and then A.J. Brown was just a year ahead of him. Well, let's just go click him. Let's just look at his stats and see what it is.
Yeah, he said he's walking away from football to do other things.
Come on, give me season stats. They're only giving me 3 season stats. That's stupid. He
No
never
Kyler Murray for the first 4 weeks either. Dobbs is going to be
There we go.
quarterback.
Okay. Where's Roxanne?
Right here.
Ask her if you were born in 1995, how old you are now. Is that 28?
28, yeah.
So he's 28.
What do we need Roxanne?
4 years with Tennessee and 2 with you guys. 6 years.
Roxanne, what's 2 plus 2?
Right.
Hold on, let me do it right. Roxanne, let me ask you something.
I don't need to see it.
Well, that's interesting.
Anyway, it's 4.
That's good. Five players from Buffalo have been
I got my real live in-person draft tomorrow. Having a barbecue and a.
You're doing another draft tomorrow?
I wish I could go to your barbecue and draft
Freezing
people
up.
in real person.
Well, Ed, the difference between me and you is you actually live close enough that you could. You could be the
2 miles
Yeah,
from an
right.
airport. I'm saying.
No, he could drive there in 8 hours.
I don't think so. What
What?
I don't know,
town
Tennessee
are you
would
in?
be a
Can you
way.
just give me your closest town?
Moseny,
Directions
MOS,
to Moseny, Wisconsin. 12 hours and 37 minutes.
No. Why did it seem like I went faster than?
Well, you were going
Well,
downhill.
probably faster for you.
You were driving south. Oh, and you went to Indianapolis first for a day.
Yeah, I went to Indianapolis, then I went to Kentucky,
And Nashville.
and then I went to Nashville and saw Terry. Then I went over to you.
But I want to thank you that your most memorable times were with Peplin and me.
Mm-hmm. I did have some good
Yeah.
times.
Still, that would be a trip I'd love to do sometime.
One of these days, got to do it.
Maybe what I'll do is I'll chart out a bunch of different fish stores to stop at, and I'll make it like a 2-day trip there and back, and then I'll stop at fish stores and toy stores.
There's some really good fish stores over like Green Bay area.
Is there any good places to buy G.I. Joes?
With the knowledge I have now, I can't wait to do another Fish Fam tour.
Okay, what NFL team do you think has the most people drafted off them? And we're not going to count kickers and defense. So far, I've checked 4 teams: Minnesota, the Jets, and Buffalo, and they all have 5 drafted off them each.
Someone has more.
I don't know. Maybe not.
He's already looked.
I'm going to go see what my cheats have.
It's gonna be Kansas City.
Kansas City's got to be up there.
Yeah, Kansas City
What?
only has.
My first gut would have been San Francisco. Oh, you said we're not counting D though, right?
Kansas City only has 5.
How many San
Let's
Francisco?
try San.
San Francisco, and then the Eagles.
I can see Cincinnati.
Yeah, Cincinnati's got a bunch too, guaranteed.
5 off of the 49ers. I wonder if the top 5 players, it's hard to get more fantasy points out from more than 5. But we'll go Cincy. Five off of Cincy. Who did you want me to check next?
Did we check Buffalo, maybe?
They
I
had
don't
5.
know.
Miami. Try Miami.
Miami just doesn't have the good. Oh, Miami has 3. They don't have running backs is their problem.
Try Jacksonville.
I mean,
They got a bunch of studs now.
Rashid Morrison, or whatever his name is their starting running back.
Mostert?
And Munster, and nobody wants him.
I'll take him.
Okay. Check who?
He didn't get drafted?
Jacksonville.
No.
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville has 5. Excuse me. Unbelievable.
Dallas.
4.
Hmm.
How about
New York.
why don't you start at the top? We're getting okay. Arizona 2. Okay, remember that. Right now they're the leading worst. But people think they're throwing the season away. This is Atlanta. It's got 4. Wow. They almost have 3 of them are almost, if somebody else would join in, they could have 3 running backs drafted. But 4. Baltimore. 5. Okay, we did Buffalo. Carolina. How many people do you think Carolina's got?
3.
I
DJ
think
Moore's
3 sounds
one.
good. I'm going to say 3 also.
2.
Oh, 2.
Miles
Wow.
Sanders and Adam Thielen. Wow.
He's a quarterback. Bryce Young.
That's the rookie.
Okay.
The number 1 draft pick.
Chicago 2.
No, that's Carolina.
I'm going 4.
Okay. Oh, they do. Oh, they got that new. I'm going to go 3 because they
Got
got that
that
other
A.J. Brown or that
wide receiver.
4.
4.
Not A.J. Brown. DJ Moore. We just got.
Yeah. Cincinnati.
A lot of people are talking a lot of good stuff about this Hubert kid, man.
I think Bears are going to take that division. Sorry, Kenny.
No, nobody took the tight end there.
You know,
I
I'll
picked
tell
this
you
guy
why.
up last year, and he stunk.
Yeah,
For
Irv,
Clement?
you're lucky. You're lucky to get three games out of him. He's the Viking. We drafted him in the first round about 6 years ago, or 3. Maybe it was 4
Yeah.
years ago, and we could never keep him fielded more than 2 games, and he was hurt.
Okay, well, Cleveland has got their quarterback, Chubb, their tight end, Ajuko. Do they have 2 good wide receivers? They got Peoples-Jones. I thought they had somebody that was better than Peoples-Jones. Oh, Cooper. So let's say, I'm going to still say 4. I don't know if Peoples is drafted. 4. Yep, and it was those guys that I just said.
Yeah,
Okay,
because
Cleveland.
you're 50% of why they got 4.
Oh gosh, I am. That's terrible. Well, you're 25%.
Did you do Green Bay?
Yeah,
You
we
didn't
have
do
guy
Green
on,
Bay?
the
Have we gone
25%
to Dallas yet?
is Nick Chubb. Who would it take that guy?
Yeah, I would. Okay, Dallas is Pollard, Dak, Lamb. They lost their
Ferguson?
tight end.
Ferguson?
Ferguson. Okay, so 4.
Did Vaughn make this team?
4. Good job.
They
Oh,
picked
Cook.
up Trey Lance
We got
too.
Cook. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not even showing him. Yeah, he did make it. Damn it. Look at that kid, man. Deuce Vaughn, I think, is going to be huge in this league. He is a mighty mouse, man.
Yeah.
15.
He was a monster in preseason.
Ooh, Detroit. I don't know if people drafted the quarterback. I don't think anybody gave Goff a chance.
Probably not.
Um,
Probably got St. Brown and the 2 running backs, maybe.
yeah, maybe 3, which everybody keeps talking about how good they are.
And they're tight end.
Oh, they got 5.
They're tight end.
5.
Oh, somebody did pick up Goff.
Laporta is supposed to be a good. They're claiming he's going to have a good year. We'll see.
I don't like him.
I think Mike lives in Michigan, but he likes Pittsburgh because he picked a lot of Michigan boys. And then we got Green Bay. Did we look at Green Bay? I don't think anybody picked up Love. They
Got Jones, Dillon,
Aaron Jones,
Watson.
Dalton, and Watson.
That might be it.
So 3.
3.
3. Okay, let's see. Yep. 3 guys. And then Houston. I'm going to say 1.
Pierce.
Yeah.
Maybe.
The 1 stud. Oh. Forgot they got Dalton Schultz as their
Dalton
tight end.
Schultz.
He's pretty good. Yeah,
that one.
that was a good move by them. Indianapolis. Okay, they've got
Taylor.
I don't know if Taylor
Might not even play.
No, they're saying he's going to be ready by week 4.
that Pillar or Pollard guy, or no, something with a
Pierce.
P.
Pierce.
They used to have 2 good tight ends. I don't know if either one of them's any good anymore.
I didn't like that receiver. He was a scrub. Pierce.
Yeah.
He hurt.
Well, let's go check it out. 2 guys in Pittman. Pierce is still a free agent. Wow. It's unbelievable. Okay. Indy's fallen. Jacksonville we did. Kansas City we did. Did we do Jacksonville?
Yeah.
Yeah.
5.
You do Washington?
They're at the end. Let's see. We'll go Jacksonville. I'm going to say 3.
Jacksonville? I thought we did this. It was 5, wasn't it?
Yeah, you got Trevor Lawrence, the 2 receivers.
Yeah. Sorry. I get Jacksonville and Carolina mixed up all the time. The Chargers. Did we do the Chargers? They got the quarterback, the running back, and they could have
Let's say 4.
3 running or wide receivers.
Say 4. 5. We Herbert the 2. Well, Eckler for sure. I'll say 4.
Hang on, guys. My brother's calling.
I don't think anybody drafted Everett.
Tim, I'm live on a show. Can I call you right back? We go for probably another 10 to 20 minutes, probably. Okay, bye-bye. Normally, my brother doesn't call. Sorry, guys.
It's all right.
Chargers. Odd guys. Oh, somebody picked their tight end up.
Everett? He's all right.
So, yeah. I think this kid's supposed to be pretty good, though, too. This Quinton Johnston. I think he's going to be the guy who replaces Keenan Allen in a year or 2.
You know the only thing I'm really mad about, Ed?
What?
Peplin's holding out on you and I.
Peplin's holding out.
Peplin's holding out on us.
What'd he
They
do?
got the cutest puppy, and he hasn't showed it to us once.
I can't hear Kenny.
I said, you got the cutest puppy, and we didn't get to see it once this whole stream.
Does it play with the cat?
Yeah, a little too rough, but yeah.
Look at that guy, Ed.
Oh,
Danielle, come here.
is it a corgi?
Yeah.
Oh man,
From
corgis are the
Pigeon
best in the
Pancakes.
world. Look at it. I like how his ears are dark at the top.
Look at them, Daniela. Is that the cutest puppy or what?
Here's a little paws.
That is.
Good big paws.
Little corgi. Yep.
I love corgis. They're the nicest dog in the world. Okay,
Did
Now,
Anything?
now we can continue. I got to see the puppy.
how about Washington?
2 at best. Oh, actually, you got
Running back
McLaren,
Robinson,
and they got Gibson there. They probably did 4, maybe even 5.
Dotson,
Yeah.
McLaurin, Robinson.
Yeah, they got.
Whatever happened to Cooley, the tight end?
He retired, Ed.
He was just a stud. I wish he was still around.
He wouldn't be a stud anymore. He's probably like 45, dude.
He just didn't seem like he never did as much as he should have.
McLaren,
Well, guys.
Dotson, Robinson, and Gibson.
Yep. Tennessee, 2.
Who?
Did anybody
Oh,
take
Go
Kirk?
with
Henry is 1.
Henry?
and Hopkins.
Didn't
Oh, I
they get a
forgot
tight end, a big tight end in this year?
I forgot DeAndre went there. Why he went
Oh,
there? Because
yeah.
he said he wanted to play for a contender.
I haven't watched any local news this summer.
He wanted to play for a check. That's what.
Yeah, he said, well, if you were talking,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not about the money. I want to play for a contender this year is what he was telling everybody.
Well, and a super quarterback. He said he wanted like a legendary quarterback and a contender, and he goes there and plays for Tannehill.
Could you imagine if the Jets could have landed him too this year?
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
I think they messed up and picked up Cook instead of him. I mean,
Dalvin
$13
Cook-
million for him. I don't know. I don't know. They got good good wide receivers also.
If they knew they were bringing Rodgers in the house, I would have probably went after Odell because they could have got him cheap.
They should have went after Adams.
Odell signed for $13 million also, didn't he? Or 15?
Well, Rodgers signed a 2-year deal with you guys. So who's to say? I think Adams' deal's done this year, isn't it?
Yeah, I bet you he might be a Jet next year.
Yep. If Rodgers can get Adams to flip over to New York, I think you're gonna. Which I could see him doing that. They had good chemistry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Jets are going out and get whatever he wants. They went out and got Cobb, Lazard, a couple others, I believe.
But those guys are meaningless guys. You know what I mean?
Well, they make him comfortable, though.
I know, but I'm saying they didn't cost the Jets probably. I bet you those
No,
guys.
Nothing.
Yeah, less than $10 million for the both of them, probably.
Yeah.
Yep. Crazy.
But Rodgers took a cut to get Dalvin Cook in.
Yeah, he did. He basically paid for 90 or over 90% of his salary because he took a $7 million pay cut and they signed him for $8 million.
Rodgers just wants a ring.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
He wants another.
He's tired
ring,
of.
Yeah, another ring.
He's tired of hearing how he's the reason why Green Bay never won a second Super Bowl because his contract was too high. So,
they had issues within that whole organization. Nobody liked anybody and worked with anybody, and that was falling apart. Same thing happened with Carr.
You two always show so much hatred towards the guy, but the reason New England had so many rings is because Brady would take pay cuts for talent.
Well,
And too many
they're
quarterbacks don't understand that concept.
But they're also known cheaters, so they're probably paying him under the table.
That's what I'm saying. He was getting that money. He wasn't giving up nothing. He was just getting it in a different way.
He makes
Yeah, they're probably just paying his wife.
Whatever, dude. He made more
They're
off
known
of
cheaters.
He made more off of his side businesses ever than what the NFL played him.
Yeah, and Kraft probably paid for half of it to start up.
I don't buy it.
Monies.
I don't buy it.
They were cheaters.
I mean, proof in the pudding. Look at my Vikings. Look at my Vikings. When a greedy ass quarterback will not fold to bring in talent, this is what happens. We lost most of our defense, and we're talking about pretty significant running back that we just gave up to the Jets. Let's add to the list. We lost Thielen. We lost Cook. We almost lost Harrison Smith. Lineman. Luckily, Harrison Smith's a local hometown boy and took a pay cut, so we kept him. We lost Kendricks. We lost Smith.
Honestly,
Green Bay, the guy we busted our ass to get out of Green Bay.
Brady
we let him.
Is a lot better than Cousins.
I understand that, and Brady took a lot more pay cuts to bring in talent.
And the Minnesota has an honorable club and doesn't cheat. If they were like not Green Bay, if they were like New England and did everything they can to cheat, they would win. Well, they may not be able to win Super Bowls because they don't have the commissioner as their best friend. But
so with that statement, Ed, are you telling me it's because Brady's a cheater is the only reason he's got 7 rings now?
It's a huge reason, yes.
That's bullshit, Ed, and you know it.
No, I don't. It's obvious. If you are caught cheating so many ways and then your team's never punished legitimately, they put spies in other people's private practices. They did the deflating the ball. That was proven, and he even ran over his phone to prove that it didn't happen, but it did. They were caught hiring deaf people to read lips.
Whatever.
They had
they're pretty dirty
locker
people.
Rooms. They
you guys crack me up.
Scum.
Oh, you can find this shit. It's real.
Ed,
real.
When he's getting enshrined in Canton, I'm going to buy you and me tickets. We're going to Canton to watch him get his jacket. Because I don't believe the Hall of Fame would let a cheater in Canton.
Why?
He'll be in there.
You think everybody there is no way. So everybody that was ever caught cheating won't ever make it to Canton. Especially if the commissioner loves you. Because the commissioner is a dirty scum.
He gets booed more than anybody.
Yeah.
We need Roselle to come out of retirement.
So
actually, I think Roselle's dead, so that's not going to happen.
And it's known that he's best friends with Kraft. I mean, they go out to dinner together. They go to each other's family events. It is
Why wouldn't he be? He made that man a lot of money. Of course they're friends.
Yeah, and they're cheating scum. So, I mean, it's ridiculous. How many?
He's got a lot of those, Ed. He's got a lot of them.
Yeah, but they should have an asterisk next to all of them, except for the Tampa Bay one. He earned Tampa Bay. He earned Tampa Bay's Super Bowl. And if you say all you need is one Super Bowl to make it to the Hall of Fame, he proved that he went there and he took them to the Super Bowl, not cheating, with his quality and ability, and he won a Super Bowl for Tampa Bay.
I doubt he cheated. I doubt he cheated for the first one that he won.
Doubt, you don't know.
But I say I doubt.
And we also know that he cheated by going to Miami. He was under contract with New England, and he went to Miami to negotiate a contract before he had left, and Miami lost a draft pick. Nothing happened to him because he retired. He is a known cheater. He cheated so many times. And for like Fox Sports to make him the highest paid announcer and he's never announced a game is ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Should have got the Pete Rose treatment.
Yeah. And Pete Rose at least bet against or bet for his team. I mean, Pete Rose is a lot better guy than Tom Brady was. If Pete Rose would have been betting against his team, then I would say Pete Rose is a loser. But if you're saying, I'm going to put $100,000, well, maybe it was, I don't even think it was that. It was probably like 5,000 that I'm going to win this Super or World Series game tonight, and he goes out and wins it. If you're betting on yourself, it's a lot different than betting against yourself because you can't throw the game. You're going to do everything you can to help yourself. So I always thought that Pete Rose got a raw deal. So
I don't know, man. All I know is I'm excited. It's football season again. The shit talking will start soon. Every Friday night, we will be here talking about the week before, what we think's happening next week. I've been waiting for the football to start. I am jizzed up, ready to go, man.
So let's go, and we're going to go to the north because that's mostly the people that talk on this show. That's what I tried to put all those people in to this one. And I'm going to say, I think my team, I hope I can win 500. I hope I go 500. And there's 18 weeks, so I hope I go 9-9.
I like my team.
Now is this was our first draft, right?
And I think I'm going to have to work hard to get to 9-9. I think without pickups and stuff, if I go 7-11, it wouldn't be surprising at all to me.
I think my team's a strong 12-13 win team this year.
I like Peplin's team.
After I roll over this team this coming week, it's just going to be slam dunk from there.
We'll see.
I think they only got us separated by, 3 points or something, Pep? I didn't even look. They got you favored to win by 3 points, I think.
It's really going to be fun watching what Aaron Rodgers does. You know, the first Sunday of the football, nobody call me. I'm going to turn my phone off. I'm going to tell Bob I probably can't do his show that week because I want to watch every stinking game that day. I don't know. Let's see what time. I want
Jets play Monday night. Jets play Monday night.
Okay, so I want to watch that Jets game. I want to see what Aaron Rodgers does because he's awesome, and it's just going to be fun to watch that team to see if they're real. Let's see.
Kansas City, Detroit, Thursday
Indianapolis. Night. I probably don't want to watch that game. I'll be honest. 12 o'clock. It'll be San Francisco versus Pittsburgh. I want to watch and see what Pittsburgh's quarterback does. I think it's
what people aren't talking about is their defense. I think is going to be strong this year. They picked up some pretty amazing people this year. I think they're going to be good.
I love that Pittsburgh drafted the hometown kid, and it just I can't wait to see that.
And they drafted that Porter, that Joey Porter's kid.
Huh?
I think he's a linebacker.
That's the hometown kid he's talking about.
Well, I just really see we watch a lot of stupid college football here. So that's why I watched a lot of your quarterback from Pitt. And then Derrick Henry, I'll watch that game because I know it'll be on TV. I'm not going to have a choice. But it's going to be interesting to see what Carr does for New Orleans. The Philadelphia versus New England. I'll tell you right up, that's not going on my TV. If that's the only game in the late afternoon, I'll go to a movie or take a nap because I don't want to see that. Okay, Cowboys versus the Giants. That's a Sunday night game.
That's going to be a good one.
Yeah, that's the one I got. I'm going to miss your screen for there, Kenny.
So,
That's
yeah, I'll
gonna
watch
be a good
Dallas
game.
versus New York, even though I hate both teams. It'll be
Hey,
fun.
Pep, in case you didn't know, I don't miss games. You guys can't see it, but believe me, when there's games on, that is playing on Sunday night. Won't have any volume, but it will be on, and I'll be seeing what's going on.
Look at this. Minnesota versus Tampa Bay. Okay, I hope I get to watch it because I want to see if Baker Mayfield sucks really bad. I don't know. It's like a train wreck. You just can't stop watching Baker Mayfield play.
Hunter's goal is 20 sacks this year, and I think he'll get it.
Cleveland versus Cincinnati. I don't care about that game.
I do want to see what Watson's going to do.
Baltimore versus Houston. I'll be honest, don't give a poop about that game. That's all the games on this list for Kenny's team. But there's just so many games I can't wait to watch. You know, it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to who's Atlanta playing, because I don't like watching Atlanta games, but they're always on my TV because of where I live. And this year I picked up some Atlanta boys, so my team. Let's go to my team. I don't know if I have them on my team. How do I find out games of the week?
NFL.
Other than looking at.
Or go up there in your Google and put NFL schedule.
Well. Okay. The Raiders versus Seattle. Don't care about that game too much, but it'll be interesting. I want to see if Gino keeps going with what he does. And you know what? It's going to be fun to see what Purdy does. You know,
Purdy ain't starting, though, is he?
Oh, I don't know. Is he hurt?
Well, I think their plan
was Purdy is the starter.
He is starting? Oh, somebody must have messed with the cat.
Uh-oh.
Cat must have got him.
Green Bay versus Chicago. Oh, that's the afternoon game I want to watch.
Will the cat get him? What? Yeah. Did it find out it doesn't want to mess with the cat anymore, Pep?
No, it got stuck behind a bucket.
Oh.
Get back down, he's a potato.
Not limber.
Jacksonville versus Indianapolis. I don't really care too much about that game.
That's going to be a whooping.
A lot of games. Yeah, probably will. Next week, we'll have to also make our predictions for who's going to win for the following week. Do you guys want to start off with the Chiefs game, or should we just say the Thursday night game is off limits? And we could set up like a game where we pick 5 teams that we think is going to win each week, and then see who has the most points at the end of the year. You guys want to do that?
Well, you still could do the same thing if we straight pick everything.
Yeah, it's just harder to count all the games and stuff.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
If I narrow it down a little bit.
Well, we could do this next Friday and do it every Friday, and then.
Yeah.
Because we don't, have all the games lined up for next Friday. There'll be 15? So. We'll pick our winners and keep track throughout the year.
So just pick. He wants us to pick 5, so we're going to pick 5 we think are going to win, and if they win, we get a point.
That's too easy.
Well, that way, that's what the pros do on TV to make themselves look better at the end of the year.
Yeah. You pick the obvious ones, and then, oh, you're fucking amazing.
Well, okay, this is what we could do. Is we could pick 3 games, but we rotate who gets what. Like, you can't pick somebody else's game. Is there always at least 9 games in a week? So,
well, that's not real fair. I mean, so
whoever,
again, it's going to go back to the draft. Whoever gets the first pick gets the best guaranteed shot of winning that game.
Let's just pick them all.
I say we pick them all, Ed. Pick them all.
Well, then you write them all down on a dry erase board. I don't want to write.
We can go right on any NFL website, look at the schedule for that week, and it'll be right there. Oh, you mean to keep track?
Yeah. I'm going to have to write down 15 to 16 games every week. That's why it'd be so much easier if I just had to write down 5.
You might still end up having to write 15, 16 games because we got like 8 guys in our group here. So if they all
what if we all pick different games?
So you're gonna end up picking the same shit anyway. Right.
All right, let's do all the games, but Kenny's gonna keep track.
I don't care.
So next week, so tonight we should pick Kansas City Detroit game. Because it'll be next Friday, it'll already be over.
Well, that's an obvious.
Yeah, I think we're all picking Kansas City, I would assume.
Yeah, I don't think Detroit's made enough moves where they're going to beat. It's at Kansas City, too, isn't it?
And you know what? That gives the 3 of us an advantage on the year, which I like, because we're all here tonight. But those other guys that aren't here will start off with one less win.
That's the other thing, too. You don't get – if they're not up here – they don't get a pick.
Yeah. They just don't get wins.
At the end of the year, I mean, that's the way it is. The loyal puppies that are here every week might have a better record than the other ones. But I think the only way it counts is if they're right here on the chat or on the stream when we're doing this is how we're determining it.
Yep. Unless
they call you or I and give us their picks. Oh, now Ryan shows up out of the blue.
Yeah. See, he's got to be in that. Oh, I better go up.
Yeah. You talked about an unfair advantage, and here he is. Look at.
Out of what?
Smart. So, are you also picking the Chiefs?
Oh, that sounds gross.
I know.
Sounds smart, though.
Maybe you shouldn't have come up.
My logic is flawed here.
You thought you could come in for the win, but you know what? If you pick Detroit, you'll be the only one with Detroit as a win.
Yeah,
going
be ahead of us.
One ahead of everybody else.
I want to use my head and not my heart, though. You know.
So we're all going to go KC.
I'll do it. I'll take the Lions for the upset.
There you go.
Okay.
It could happen, but it's very unlikely to happen.
Yeah, I think it's unlikely as well. It's not a good thing, but I'll do it anyways.
So you're here to hear first. Go bet your money on Detroit this weekend, guys.
Yeah.
Well, and you know, Kansas City doesn't have Chris Jones yet, so you never know what'll happen.
Yeah, porous.
Well, I think we know what's going to happen, and Patrick Mahomes is probably going to go for 4 touchdowns and probably run for another 50 yards, and Kelsey's going to have 2 touchdowns.
Yeah. But Chico will get one.
You know, honestly, though, this is the type of game that the Chiefs do lose because the Chiefs are better on the road, and they're better against higher competition. Now, Detroit is higher competition, but
it is this year. I think, again, anybody that sleeps on Detroit is going to be in a world of hurt this year.
I think they missed.
This is where I could see the Chiefs sleeping on them right off the bat. It's Mahomes picks up on the road and against, playoff caliber teams. And I know that they're a playoff caliber team, but I hope he realizes it. On paper they are, but in reality they haven't made it yet.
Right.
I think if they would have jumped on the Carr bandwagon, they probably would have a better shot. Or the Jimmy Garoppolo, I think, is a better quarterback. I mean, there's a couple of quarterbacks that were practically given away this year. I would have loved for my Vikings to take a shot at either of those guys. I'd take either of them over Cousins. Jimmy G's not flashy, but what he is consistent.
Yeah, but he's won everywhere he's gone, but he's also always had a good defense, and I'm afraid that he probably doesn't have that this year. I hope I'm wrong.
He's a spawn of Brady. It's your buddy there, Kenny. He came up under Brady's wing.
Yeah, but he might. I don't know if he's ever been caught cheating, so he knew the good from wrong.
Yeah. That's why he left.
Deflated balls.
Yeah.
Cheater or not, when people say NFL quarterback, greatest of all time, his name will always be in the conversation.
And it'll always say cheater, too.
Yeah.
Greatest of all time, his name will always come up. Greatest of all time.
Greatest cheater of all time, too.
Whatever.
Can you think of another quarterback in NFL history that cheated more than Tom Brady? I mean, he is the champion of cheaters.
Mm-hmm.
Did any? How about in any?
Len Dawson.
What?
What? I can't believe you're trying to cover this up, Ed. Dawson got.
He's been covered up by dirt.
Dawson stole the Vikings playbook, and that's how y'all won the Super Bowl. I can't believe you don't know this.
If you leave the playbook at the airport where anybody can pick it up, is it stealing? Or is it cleaning up litter?
Oh, but that's not cheating, Ed?
Cleaning up litter?
That's cheating, Ed.
What is? The Vikings are...
Look at him backpedal. I don't even know if that story's true, Ed. But
0-4 chokers. They'd have to give out a lot more than a playbook to blame their losses on a playbook.
Where the hell did he go?
I don't know. I think
he didn't go get his horn, did he?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I made him sad. I shouldn't have said he was a choker.
So what were you guys doing here? Checking out my awesome fantasy football teams?
Yeah.
Well, guys, I suppose we should wrap this stuff up. It's been almost an hour and a half already.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised you guys were still going.
Well, we got to talking about
my
this.
Brother.
We're all pumped up about the season starting.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Where's to show me your TDs? Oh wait, what's your team's name on this one, Ryan?
Raider Nation.
Oh, that would make sense.
Oh yeah,
you got a pretty good team.
Oh, he's got Geno. That'll be fun to see what he does.
He's got Adams. He's got Waddle.
Yep.
Don't know about the running backs. He's got the best tight end. Ooh, he got DJ Moore.
Gibson's going to be really fun to watch.
Then look at his bench. He's got Bryce Hall. He's got Dak. I don't know if Dak's a good one. James
I think
Conner,
Bryce Hall is a great pickup.
Terry McLaurin and Christian Kirk. He got a pretty good bench too, really.
Yeah, we'll see how much Reese gets on the split there, I
think you got to wait about 4 weeks.
Look at Juju's stats.
There'll be a lot of cook to begin with.
Yeah.
I'm actually happy that the Chiefs didn't re-sign him.
Juju, if I remember right, was a free agent in this league, isn't he?
Nope. He got picked up, but he had 3 touchdowns for the Chiefs last year. That's terrible. But he catches the ball.
Who picked him up? Because he was a free agent when I looked less than a week ago.
Who, Juju?
Ryan.
Did you pick him
Ryan
up in
has
draft
him.
or free agency, Ryan?
I don't even know who
Juju went to New England, didn't he?
Juju's at New England, yes.
But no, Ryan has him on his team. I don't know if he meant to pick him up.
I do?
But it's not going to matter because, I mean, he's already got.
Where are you seeing him? I'm not even seeing him, Ed.
Very bottom.
I can't even read that little shit.
Juju, Smith. Oh, you couldn't see it because our pictures were over their name.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I must have drafted him. Probably, right.
Yeah, you got him in the 11th round.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But that's not a bad pickup. I mean, look, 900 yards in the 11th round.
Yeah.
Oh, I
But,
guess that's saying his byway. I thought it was the round he got him. It says 11.
He may end up being the man up there.
Probably about 11th, and yeah, he might be their number one receiver for sure.
Oh, yeah, I think he will be. But I hope that they're in last place in their division.
Wonder why Roxanne must be getting a cold or something. I heard her coughing over there.
He wants you to cough.
Poor Roxanne.
She was coughing. I heard her coughing.
A proctologist. What the fuck?
That's what they say.
A gynecologist. How did that come into play?
He said proctologist.
Oh, proctologist. Oh. Don't even say that word around me, Roxanne! Because next week on the 12th, I'm going to be like this. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, dig in, buddy.
But I don't know if a proctologist tells you where your head and cough, do they?
He was spread eagle with his legs in the air. Like in Gold Member when that roller skater.
Yeah. On the 12th, good old Kenny E goes in for his first camera damage.
My dad, he had that done, and they put pressure against an artery that actually caused him to die for 10 seconds.
Ed, why are you telling me this shit? I already don't want to be doing it.
It really scared my mom because they kept him back there a lot longer, and we're like, what's going on? They said, well, he actually passed away because we put pressure on one of these arteries or something down there on accident, and they had to bring him back. He'd probably not be happy I told you that story.
That's not normal, so
Yeah.
But it can happen.
I've heard of other people where they're down there cutting things and they cut the main vein, you know what I mean? And Mr. Johnson no longer works coming out of these things.
Just cutting down there, cutting things.
Yeah.
Hack it away.
Hack it away.
I don't understand why people do plastic surgery in the first place. I thought Baby was a lot cuter with her nose than after her nose. After her nose, you couldn't recognize her in any
we're going to
movie.
have competition now, boys. Did you see this?
Oh, nice.
Uh-oh. The Friday nights. I like that.
Friday highs. That is one girl I cannot wait to actually hug and meet in person one day.
She was in my live stream last year.
She's too cool for me. She never streams with me.
She is. I think she's too cool for me too. It's just she happened to be walking along as I was shopping, and she helped me shop.
Only my true friends stream with me.
Oh, should I leave?
Everybody up here streamed with me at one point or well, you're streaming with me right now for starts. He's been on Daniken. He's been on. Brian's been on Daniken. You've been on Daniken. So you all have been there. And Roxanne has been on Daniken. So.
Be there next week.
Next week?
Yep. A week from Sunday. It
That
will
thumbnail is freaking awesome.
Sunday. It will be the Roxanne and Kenny show.
Nice.
Whoa. Nico's really purring loud.
And we've already got the thumbnail up. And it is a good
I woke him up just for that. That was mean. He's been sleeping in this bed the whole time, and I just picked him up just for that 2-second thing.
He
Or
does
now
not.
he doesn't know
He,
what's
yeah,
going on because he's the sleepy
he
cat.
does not like what you did. Look at his tail. He is just flopping.
Well, he's middle-aged.
All right, guys.
He's 8 years old.
What do you all want to say for final last words before we head on out?
Anything. Oh my God.
Bye.
Bye.
True.
All right, guys. We'll see you next Friday night. We'll do some picking and figure out who's going to win next weekend. And we'll probably do some more searching in the fantasy leagues to see the matchups. I kind of want to get into that. So, like I said, let the crap talking begin because we're in NFL season, and I'm gonna do everything in my power to make sure this guy doesn't repeat.
Oh, yeah, that's a really good point.
Yep.
Everybody go after Ryan.
The two-time Fish Fam Grand Fish Fam champion is coming back to take what's his. That's what I'm saying to you right now, Ryan.
Bring it.
How many years have we been doing this league?
2.
3.
Is it
I think
3?
it's 3.
It is.
Who
This
won?
will be the 3rd.
This will be the 3rd.
Yeah. So who won? Okay, so Kenny won the first year. Ryan won this year.
Yeah, I think it was just
I
2.
wonder if it's Peplin's turn.
I won this league, and I won the other league that we had. We had 2 leagues going that year, and I won them both.
And you know how you won? Or a smart reason was he was the only guy who believed in Brady.
Yep. I had Brady on both
See?
teams, and he took me to the
I can
goal,
be nice
baby.
to Brady when he deserves it. That was an honorable year.
Who won the first year? Wasn't it Alien World?
No, I won both years. I won the first year.
That's why I almost wonder if this is the
Ryan
fourth
and
year.
June won the second year. This is the 3rd year. We've only done it 2
But
years.
you do other multiple leagues, though.
Huh? Oh, that you're talking about? Yeah, Ed and I did. Where there was only 4 people one year with them, like halfway through
Those two.
the year. Yeah, we did it with Lucky Seahorse and Alien World. We did a
Lucky Seahorse and Alien.
4-person league, but that one Ed and I weren't even.
No, they
taking
were in
serious.
the main league. They were in my league.
They were in that league too, but we had another league that the 4 of us were doing. We couldn't get nobody else to do it with us, so we did. It started like what, week 4 or something, Ed?
Wait a minute. We did it in 2020, and I won out of 12 teams. Let me
What do you mean we did it in 2020?
look. It says Chattanooga Ed right here. First place, football, Fish
Bring up the
Fam
league.
Fantasy League. Let's pop the league and look. Danikin. Oh, look, Danikin came in second that year at a 12-5, but Chattanooga, I thought I won the first year. So this is our 4th year.
Huh.
The Jets came in 5-9, and is Ryan on this group?
Nope, doesn't look like it.
So yeah, you know what that's telling me right there? Why
Oh,
we
look.
should have playoffs.
Why? Because you can't win straight up?
What you talking about? How
Look
many
at-
times in the NFL have we seen a team come up on the road the whole time and win the whole thing? The way you do it, if a team gets dominated early, it's over. You might as well just fold the league right there because there is no
I never
playoffs.
quit. You should never be a quitter in life.
Oh, I suck.
Yeah. So that makes me feel good. Let's see who Kenny had on his team that year. Tom Brady, no surprise. Calvin Ridley, no surprise. Stephon Diggs. Oh, we don't have Diggs on his team this year. David Johnson. Jeff Watson Jr. I don't know who.
That's the running back from Miami.
Oh, okay.
He was playing for San
Will.
Francisco at the time.
Jeff Wilson.
Logan Thomas. Let's go. Let's see if we can do. I was trying to see if I could get total points for the year, but I guess I can't. This is just the last one in the year. He had Nick Trubisky, Leonard Fournette, Dalvin Cook. I don't know who that was. Brendan Ayew, that was an awesome pick. Austin, who's Tim Patrick? Isn't he an announcer?
Patrick
he's done.
He's the receiver for Denver.
He's out for the whole year, I believe.
Oh, and then you played with Miami's defense in Chicago. Let's see what Ed had. That's me. Let's see if I can do this.
Bunch of Chiefs, I'm sure.
Oh, I had Jalen Hurts, Antonio Brown,
Antonio
AJ
Brown.
I had a lot of Browns going to town. But look, Antonio Brown in the last week of the year had 39 points and AJ had 41.
That's what happens when you have.
Oh, and look at Alexander Madison, the guy that I was talking up earlier, your new running back, 29 points in the last week.
Yeah.
Calvin or Cook was sitting probably.
Yeah, because they were sitting there. Because I benched Kelsey because he's not playing into. That's why I don't do it, because your starters are all. And Tyreek Hill was one of my best players. Had to sit on the bench. Kelsey would have been out of the championship. Keenan Allen must have sat on the bench. Oh no, he was on the IR. But wow.
Sammy
That's
Watkins.
Sammy
Watkins.
Sammy Watkins. And you know what? They probably benched him so he wouldn't get hurt because he had no yards also, or no game. You know what? That was when Patrick Mahomes played his first game, I think, in Denver. No, that was the year before. This would have been the year that he was a rookie. But yeah, so that's fun. Let's see what Brian did, because Brian was out of it. Oh my gosh, look at this. He had Josh Allen that year. Oh my gosh, he had Hopkins, Marvin Jones, Josh Jacobs. I don't know who that dude was. Who was he?
He was the Jets running back at the time.
Oh, he got nothing for him. Evan Ingram. Oh, that's New England, or the Giants.
Giants at the top.
Tight end.
He's Jacksonville now.
Oh my gosh, he had DB Lamb in. Clyde Edwards, boy, he let everybody down, not just him. Cam Akers. Oh my gosh, you had AJ Green. Alton Schultz was on your team. I bet you he was a rookie or something.
Was that 2020?
Wow. That's awesome. And then he had Philadelphia's defense and Tennessee's defense. You had a pretty good team.
Yeah, we're 5-9.
Played Alien World. You put up 70 points on you that week. That's a bummer. Let's see. 70 points in the last game.
170.
170. I played the Mod Guppy, had 164 to his 147. I want to see what Kenny did in the last week.
Fantasy football history.
Yep. Kenny had 166.
Yeah, and that guy right there that everybody says sucks, see the points he put up?
106.
He put up 46 fantasy points that week.
Oh, Tom Brady.
Yeah.
I thought you meant Bad Bosmani. And I'm like, wow, you're really being mean to Bad Bosmani.
Didn't he win one year?
Oh, look at who's coming in late here. Just as we're getting ready to say goodbye, he shows up.
I'm fashionably late today.
Gotta see the
Let's see if
puppy.
Austin played this year.
Yeah, KC or Detroit next week, Austin.
Oh shoot. That's a good question. Probably Kansas City.
Oh,
We're gonna do
Deshaun
picks on all
Watson.
the
That's when
games
he was
throughout
good.
the year.
Oh, all the games? Okay.
Yeah, Jonathan Taylor gets 62 points in the last game. Look at that. You would have been, if we had playoffs, you would have been the champion because the last week you had the highest scoring team in the last week.
Righteous.
Wow.
Well, I mean,
That's awesome. It would have been you versus Alien World.
if he made the playoffs, he was 7-9 heading into that game.
Yeah, I wasn't a playoff team last year. I know that. Last year was, I think, just the second year ever I had a losing record in all the years I've done fantasy football. Usually I've been pretty lucky, but 2 of the last 3 years here, I feel like the well's starting to run dry because it's it's not been going as well.
Increase in competition, maybe.
There you go. Higher quality competition. There you go.
So I pick up my second Fajaka Puffer Sunday.
Ooh, very nice.
Are you going to mate them?
I'm considering putting them both in the same tank, but I will only do so on a day where I can actually watch them both to make sure that they don't tear each other up.
What you might want to do is keep them in separate tanks, and when you want to mate them, just take one in each hand and rub them together.
You love each other.
I heard they could be pretty good.
You will love each other, and you will like this.
Yeah.
But that way they can't bite each other.
Oh, right? That's true, too. Probably get him to inflate, though, doing that, though.
Well, I will vouch that Chaka is a biter already, so he's bit me several times already.
Careful, you lose a finger with one of them things.
Did you guys say you were doing picks on all the week games or something, or just like the Thursday night one?
Well, next week we'll have a Friday, so we'll be able to do picks for next week.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. The calendar works a little different in my mind for some reason.
We could actually pick Thursday's game that night too, Ed, the following Thursdays. That way everybody can get their 2 cents in on the Thursdays too.
Wow.
We're concerned you don't
Alien
have
World
stuff to keep track of.
All right, guys. Well, I think we should end it. It's been over an hour and a half now. We're almost an hour and 40.
Sounds good, man. Well, thank you.
Austin, thanks for coming up at the last minute here. Good to see you.
Yeah.
So what were you reporting on this evening?
Football. We're in the second week of football here in the state of Iowa here. It's had plenty of twists and turns here already. We've had, I think our coverage area, we got 4 teams ranked in the top 10 throughout various classes here out of our 10 total teams here. And I believe now, if my mind serves correctly, actually, no, we have 2 teams that have yet to get a win here yet in our area. But otherwise, 8 of the 10 here have at least won 1 game so far out of 2 games.
How's AL?
They had a lesser night tonight, but they also played Sioux City Heelan, who's like always if they're not ranked in the top 10 of the state, they're like right on the cusp of it. So they, to put it gently, they did not have a good night.
Now, how about TJ?
They won 54-0.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which was kind of surprising. They actually played an Omaha team tonight, and yeah, they beat the pants off of them.
That's awesome.
And then
that's
Lewis
local
Central
high school
lost, and then St. Albert won.
Now, does your high school start up a lot earlier because your winters come on quicker? Because ours does 2 weeks till it starts.
Yeah, honestly, this year we started a little bit. It started a little bit later than what we usually do because sometimes we even go 2 games into August. So honestly, yeah, this year we, if anything, started a little bit later. The good thing for us though in the wintertime, or like for when we get to like the state semifinals, they go play at the UNI Dome in Cedar Falls. So if it's like super cold on, I mean, granted, you still got to drive there and any elements that the weather is thrown at you. But at least when you get to the football game, the game is indoors, which, believe me, for someone that's been a part of high school football now in Iowa for almost a decade, it is a very good blessing. I will tell you that much.
Well, I'm going to tell my mom and dad about their high schools tonight when we're done here.
Well, I appreciate everybody showing up. Appreciate all the people in the chat. You guys are amazing. We're going to call it for the night. Ed, you got anything before we head out?
Bye.
Brian.
See you next week.
Austin.
Go, Pat, go.
Ryan.
Later, folks.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week.
Stay fantastic.